A white woman in Iowa is being charged with attempted murder after she admitted to running over not one, but two young children for being members of a racial minority. So now this is 42-year-old Nicole Franklin. Now, first she made news by hitting a 14-year-old girl with her vehicle because she was Mexican. So now this girl, by the way, she suffered some serious injuries and was in the hospital for 2 days. And so, look, this is awful. This is awful. So now, talking to investigators, Franklin had made derogatory remarks about Latinos. So, not in favor of Latinos, not in favor of Latinas and young girls, apparently. Now, that same day, we find out that she had also run over a 12-year-old child because he was black. Now, this is according to Des Moines Sergeant Paul Perizek. So he detailed this, and he talked about this December 9th incident that happened about an hour before Franklin hit the 14-year-old girl. So these were both hit and runs. This is a horrible person. So now, police said the boy, the young boy, 12-year-old, was walking along the curb of a parking lot of an apartment in Des Moines when Franklin's SUV jumped a curb and ran over his leg. She then fled the scene. Now, she apparently, according to the police officers and witnesses, had intentionally went off the road on to hit this young child. Now, the boys, injuries were minor, but, and thank goodness, right? But man, how much of a hateful person do you have to be to do something like this? This was a child. Not like hitting anybody is a great idea, but she intentionally went out of her way to run over two children because they were minorities. Beyond contemptible. You want to talk about deplorable? That's deplorable. Now, Franklin is facing attempted murder charges, and she should, by the way. Also, there are separate charges against her, hate crime charges. Now, this was a separate December 9th incident. Apparently, she was very busy that day. She had shouted racial slurs at a store owner and a customer at a local gas station. Jesus. So, look, we can tell this is a very hateful person, right? She doesn't like Mexicans or she doesn't like black people, and then somehow feels like she is emboldened to be able to commit violence against them. Now, police also mentioned that there was drugs involved. She admitted to doing meth earlier that day. Maybe that could be related to why she hit that child, or both. But I think maybe it's a contributing factor because, let's be honest, doing drugs does not make you racist. Sorry, Roseanne. The Ambien didn't make you racist, and neither does meth. Makes you a lot of other things, but no, it just, I think, brings out the hatred in her own heart. And so this is a disastrous story. This is a gross, gross person. Thankfully, nobody was killed, but for these kids, they've got to be psychologically devastated. Being targeted and ran over for being black and Latina. I mean, this is there's some irony in the story, by the way. This isn't the dangerous minorities on drugs attacking white women and children. This is the complete opposite. A dangerous white woman on drugs going and hurting these minorities, these children that are just minding their business. I mean, it's horrible. What a horrifying person. Disgusting. And I hope she gets locked away and taken away from society so that she cannot hurt another child ever again. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.